Bulls was an exciting one. It kind of, rejuvenated this team doing that at home. What are your expectations for them tonight? Yeah, it seems like they're going through maybe a little turmoil in their life.
I expect them to come out and play basketball, aggressive basketball. I think they feel as though they let one slip away, and they're going to come out ready to play tonight. That was the message to the team. Just recently, they felt like they let one slip away, and I expect this team to come out and play aggressive basketball and try to get it back for us. We have to come out and be the aggressors, and show that we got to protect our home court.
Since that Bulls game, DeAndre's been averaging about 17.4 points per game. Does it feel like he's kind of starting to find a little bit more rhythm to kind of give you another option in the offense?
Well, we missed him when he was out of the rotation, and it certainly helps for him to get back. Whenever you're off a week or two and you miss a few games, it's going to take you a few games to get your rhythm. And he's playing good basketball. He's starting to get a feel for being out there again, with his teammates, and us really playing off of what he does best for us. One of our better defenders, so we missed that, and to have him back really helps us out.
Nate, getting DJ and JC back the other day, it didn't seem like it took them much time to adjust. Yeah. What were your thoughts on them coming back and how they would just get back in without any issues?
Well, it's good to always get your guys back. We had a really hard practice the day before where we put them in through a scrimmage and allowed them to try to knock off some of that rust. So it was good for those guys to get out there and play. JC had restrictions, DJ did not. And, but you could still see that they were a little rusty, as far as getting out there, their timing, got a little winded, during the course of the game. But it was good to get them back out there and, have them back in the rotation.
Nate, Chuck Swirsky, Bulls broadcaster. I did a feature on Zach today about Seattle because he and DeJounte Murray are very, very close, played AAU ball together the whole bit. And you played there, obviously, you coached there, you know the city as well as anyone. Can you talk a little about where Seattle is and your hopes that they get an NBA team one day and how you enjoy playing there?
Absolutely. I mean, that city deserves a franchise. It's one of the few franchises in the league that has a championship. They've had successful teams. It's a great sports town, with the professional sports as well as college sports. The Huskies, are a big time football talent there, but the Mariners and the Seahawks and the Sonics. I mean, it was an unbelievable experience during the 90s when I played there, and to have the Hall of Famers that played there for the Mariners, Griffey, Rodriguez, Johnson. The Seahawks were a good professional team. It's a great sports town.
Lenny Wilkins too.
Yeah, of course, Lenny Wilkins and Slick.
I know I'm talking to Mr. Side,
all of those guys.
The amount of kids that are now coming from Seattle that have entered the NBA is amazing.
Yeah, well, they were coming. They started to come. Those younger players started to come during the 90s. Christie and Crawford and Robinson and Brandon and all of those young guys that were playing and coming out during that time. They've always had a great deal of talent there, and I think they definitely deserve the next franchise that comes available to go back there and play.
Nate, how do you react to the news of Travis taking a step back and going into that advisory role?
Well, I mean, I have a great deal of respect for Travis, and a decision was made between he and Tony. Tony addressed the team this morning. Really, nothing changes for me in the sense of what our goals and expectations are for this team. But I had a really good working relationship with Travis the last couple of years, and it was a decision that was made between the two of them.
Nate, against Orlando, statistically, you checked a lot of boxes. 7 players, double figures, 62 points in the paint, 29 assists. But do you feel like your team let their foot off the gas towards the end as you were able to lock up that win?
Well, Brian, really if you look back at the Chicago game, I think it was the same thing. In the fourth quarter, we didn't finish it. We had like a 12 point lead with 2 minutes to go in that game, and Chicago was able to make a run and get back into the game and have a chance to win that game. We got lucky in that game. So looking at that game, which was really just a couple weeks ago, and then looking back at the Orlando game, it's all about us finishing. That was the conversation, the last day or so, talking about finishing games and how to finish games. We can't relax at any time while there's time on the clock. Defensively, you have to continue to play because one possession can change the momentum of a game. And we didn't do a good job in those 2 games of finishing that game and allowing teams to get back into the game. So that's the growth we got to start to show. Put together a 48-minute game and not, as one of my pet peeves, we don't mess with the game.
Just wondering what John's minutes restriction is for tonight.
I won't.
Yeah, I just had to ask.
You got on black and red, Chicago.
Hawks black and red.
Any final questions?
Did you miss the suits? I mean, are you?
I do. I voted for suits. One of those old school guys that, suit and tie, I was comfortable with.
Any final questions?
Easier to pack this way, though.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Thank you.